everyone, welcome or welcome back to Champion the Passion, a weekly pressing podcast where we inspire you to champion your passions and celebrate the joy in what you love. I'm your host, my name is Victoria Daisy, and today we're going to be recapping everything that happened last night on NXT. But before we dive deeper, don't forget to leave a 5-star review if you enjoyed. Follow me at It's Victoria Daisy across all social platforms and follow Champion the Passion across all streaming platforms. But let's dive right into the opening match, which was a 6-woman tag team match. We had our NXT Women's Champion Tatum Paxley, Izzy Dame, and Lola Vice taking on Fatal Influence. Now, this was a really, really good match. I loved the storytelling and the spots all intertwined. I think it was really great getting to see Lainey Reed being fully integrated into Fatal Influence, seeing how she works, especially in a tag team setting with Fallon Henley and JC Jane. I thought she did phenomenal. Another shout out to Tatum Paxley. Obviously, now being the NXT Women's Champion, you have to start being more dominant. You have to be the front runner of NXT, and that's exactly what she did. She owned that match. It was great, and it really just feels like a new era of NXT, especially heading into the new year next month. I mean, come on, guys. They're cooking. But in the end, Fatal Influence did get the upset. After that, we had a promo from our TNA Knockouts champion, Kalani Jordan. This was her first promo as a heel champion. Obviously, we know last week she turned heel when she hit Jordan Grace with her title. And I'm going to be honest, when she came out to talk at first, I did cringe because I felt like her delivery was very stiff and she just wasn't believing what she was saying. But then you gave her a couple seconds and this girl started cooking. Okay, this girl was cooking. I was shocked, okay? So basically, the consensus of her promo is she wanted to address the quote hypocrisy in NXT. She talked about how, Dominic Mysterio, for example, every time he cheats, he still gets cheered. Or Cody Rhodes, when he hit Drew McIntyre with his championship, he still gets cheered and his song is still sung. And she even went as far as saying Lola Vice goes to AAA every weekend, but the second that Kalani goes to TNA, she's labeled a traitor. And she was going back and forth between all these examples, and I thought it was absolutely genius. When she started listing out all those name drops, I was floored. Truly, I was like, whoa, Kalani, this is good. This is good tea. And I love how she didn't just mention people from NXT like Lola Vice. She went out and mentioned champions of the main roster like Cody Rhodes, like a Dominic Mysterio, and I thought that was so good. I mean, wow, fantastic promo for Kalani Jordan. Again, I wasn't fully sure how I was going to feel about a heel promo from her and also just a heel run in general, but I actually really love it. And I'm just excited to see what the future holds for Kalani Jordan, what this heel run holds for her. I think it's going to be really good. But let's head into the next match of the night. We had Josh Briggs versus El Grande Americano. Now, I'm going to be so real with you guys. I'm tired of seeing El Grande Americano. I really am. I mean, I feel like I see him every show now. Raw, SmackDown, NXT. He's everywhere. I can't escape him. It's like Joe Hendry. Um, I personally don't enjoy the gimmick. I thought it was funny at first when Chad Gable did it, and now they have just They've dragged it, excuse me, too far, and I'm just like not a fan. I will say though, underneath the mask, Ludwig Kaiser is a really good wrestler, and I said this last week, or I think I said this yesterday when I talked about Raw. He, ever since taking on the persona of El Grande Americano, I really do feel that he has gotten better as a wrestler, better at promos, better in the ring, just overall has been better. But still, I'm just not a fan of El Grande Americano, although unfortunately he did win this match. So there goes that. But after, we had another match in the Women's Speed Championship tournament. This match was between Zarya and Ren Sinclair. Now, low key, I've been loving the speed matches. I've been saying it every week. Think that they are just so good, and this was no exception. I mean, they're so intense and they're so full of energy because you have to almost beat the clock. Like you have to beat down your opponent within what, 2, 3 minutes, and then try and pin them right before the clock goes out so you can win the match. And I just think it's such a genius idea. And to be honest, when they first introduced it, it was a flop. Like no one cared about it. But I really do feel like it's gained a new breath of life ever since going to NXT. I feel like it fits better down there. And it's just really fun. But in the end, Zarya won and now is advancing to the finals. I believe the match happening next week to determine who faces Zarya is Skylar Ray and Fallon Henley. So that's going to be very interesting. Excited to see that match and see who faces Zarya for the Speed Women's Championship at Gold Rush in 2 weeks in New York. Then after that, we had a match between our TNA Knockouts champion, Kalani Jordan, versus Tyra May Steele. Now, this was a pretty solid match. I mean, obviously, getting to see Kalani in a new light as a heel, getting to see her dominant side, it was really good. Obviously, Tyra as well, being a gold medalist. I mean, she has the package when it comes to in-ring ability. She's got it. And I thought that being one of her first matches in NXT, it was really good as well. I thought they worked really good together. But of course, in the end, Kalani Jordan took the W. Then we had a match between Javon Evans and Saquon Sugars of Dark State. This was surprisingly a really good match. I don't know why I didn't think it would be a good match prior, but off the top of my head, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily put these two in a match together, but now that I've seen it, it was great. I mean, obviously, Javon Evans is the cream of the crop in NXT. I don't think it gets much better than Javon Evans. And so, of course, whenever you put Javon in a match, it's always going to be a certified banger. But I think this match was really fun because I think Javon brought out a lot in Saquon that we have yet to see. Obviously, we've seen Saquon in matches with Dark State, but we haven't had the opportunity to see him one-on-one with somebody, give him the full 10 minutes in a ring and see what he can do. And I thought he handled it really, really well. So many incredible spots and move sequences that made this match truly all that it was. But of course, in the end, Javon Evans took the W. And to be honest, I was kind of shocked that there wasn't any Dark State shenanigans. Towards the end, they tried to do some shenanigans, but Javon Evans didn't let it slip, and he got that clean victory, and I was super excited about it. And then to close out the show, we had a AAA mixed tag team championship celebration for Chelsea Green and our North American champion Ethan Page. Now, this was hysterical, okay? I'm obsessed with this tag team. I do have to say, like, it was so unexpected, but so amazing at the same time. But so in the segment, they talked about how, they are going to continue to be the greatest North Americans to ever lace up boots in the WWE. And then they had a cake in the ring, like a 3-tier cake. It wasn't real, but it was just like a plastic decoration. And, they were talking about obviously how Joe Hendry has been in the mix recently, and they thought that he was in the cake. So they had these pinata bats and they were ready to start smacking it. And they had Alba Fire, who is obviously one of the Salagents of the Secret Service, say his name so that he would appear. And so obviously they said it. He actually wasn't in the cake. He came out through the entrance ramp, and he came out and he basically said how he wants a title opportunity. And so Ethan thought that he meant for the NXT North American Championship, which he thought wrong, because he actually wants to challenge for the AAA Mixed Tag Team Championships. And so Chelsea tried to be like, well, you dummy, like you can't fight it just yourself, like you need a partner, obviously you have nobody, blah, blah, blah. And then Joe Hendry said, well, actually, I do have a partner. And it was revealed it was Thea Hale. And oh my gosh, she came out dressed like Joe Hendry, first of all, which was hysterical. She had her own version of the I Believe in Joe Hendry theme song. It said, I believe in Thea. It was the funniest thing ever. And so now we are going to have Chelsea Green and the North American champion Ethan Page defend their AAA Mixed Tag Team Championships at Gold Rush against Joe Hendry and Thea Hale. I think it's going to be a really fun match. I'm really excited about it. But let's head into my overall thoughts. Overall, I thought it was a really solid show. I would say my match of the night was definitely the opening match between Izzy Dame, Tatum Paxley, Lola Vice, and Fatal Influence. I thought it was a really good match. I thought everyone wrestled so well together, and just a really fun way to open the show. I thought my segment of the night was obviously the ending segment with the championship celebration. That was freaking hysterical. I love them. I thought it was gold. No pun intended. Overall, I rate the show about a 7.5 out of 10, so pretty solid rating for NXT. But thank you guys so much for watching this episode. Don't forget to leave a 5-star review if you enjoyed. Follow me at It's Victoria Daisy across all social platforms and follow Champion the Passion across all streaming platforms. Don't forget to champion your passions and celebrate the joy in what you love. And I'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye.